Hello my beautiful people, and welcome to your angelic guidance for May 2020 with me, Julie Poole, and Oscar when he's in and out. All right my darlings, so this is for your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. You can also watch it for cross-watching. If you don't know me, I'm Julie Poole. I'm a psychic intuitive, I'm a hypnotherapist, a Reiki master and healer. I am open for bookings if you would like to book a healing session or a reading. The links are below. It's a self-service system and everything is there if you click those links. All right, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so and click that little bell so that you don't miss a thing. And if this is your first time here, welcome. And for those of you coming back, thank you so much for your support. This is a general reading, so it won't resonate for everybody, but if it does resonate for you, comment below. I claim this reading. It helps you to align with it and bring it into your reality. All right, my darling, so get yourself a tea, get yourself a coffee, get yourself comfy. Let's see what we've got going on for May 2020. Hello beautiful Gemini, and happy birthday to those of you who have birthdays at the end of May. So we're going to do this monthly's readings a little bit differently. Normally I just allow it to flow without any structure, but because of the current situation, I've been guided to do 3 sections. So we're going to look at money, we're going to look at life, and we're going to look at love. Okay, so let's have a look. What have we got for Gemini, please, for May in relation to money? May 2020, money. What's going on for money? Okay, Ace of Wands, fabulous start. Bottom of the deck, the Sun. All right, I want one more. No, two more. Okay, give me the rest for Gemini, please. For May, we've got the 7 of Wands with the Tower. Okay, so we expect to see the Tower. I've also got the 4 of Cups, so we're going to take that one as well. So let's have a look at this. I want to start with these 2, all right? The Tower, which is all about structures collapsing. Things that do not serve you. What serves you will stand. What doesn't serve you will fall. Now, at the moment, obviously, we're in these very strange times where all sorts of things are falling. Now, those that are meant for you will come back. Those that are not meant for you will fall away. It's also the opportunity to look at, do I even want it back? All right, because with the 4 of Cups, which is what I call the Mayor card, like, it's all right, you know, but the 4 of Cups is a card that says I'm dissatisfied, I'm a little disappointed, I'm a bit disillusioned, I thought it was going to be so much better than it is. Now, whatever that is about, because this is money, predominantly about money. So for those of you working, and I know not all of you have a job, many of the people that watch me are retired, and you know, are mums at home and you don't work and you don't want to work. But for those of you, actually it's applying for everything, there's parts of your life that are not particularly satisfying, and that's fairly normal. Few people have a charmed life where everything works, but this Tower that's coming in is helping to collapse things that you thought were a disappointment, and you look at them and think, actually, now that I can't access it, I really love that more than I realised. And then other things, the opposite, things that you've really thought you wanted and needed, you realised you don't. So this 4 of Cups is an opportunity to really look at things particularly related to money that are bringing money towards you, to say, is that actually the job that I want to do? Right? Because I shall be honest with you, my darlings, the majority of the readings that I do for people, the private readings, most people ask the same question: when am I going to get another job? Because I'm not particularly happy in the job I've got. So with all of this chaos through the Tower that we've been going through March and April, that as we come into May, in terms of money, it's going to be the opportunity to really look at, do I even want to go back to that job? Do I even want to continue on that path? Or actually, is this time for me to find something else? So it's a reevaluation time. It's a new beginning in terms of what is bringing your money towards you. Now, the Ace of Wands is here. A new beginning in terms of motivation, upliftment, it's passion. You know, so many people live a life without any real passion in it. And this is an opportunity to say, do you know what, when I do go back to work, I'm going to be so grateful for that job. I'm going to have a new passion for it. And that's going to be for some of you. And for others of you, it's going to be saying, I'm going to go find a different job in a different field because I need to feel connected to the work that I do, to the money that I bring in. I need to feel that I'm enjoying. And this is a card about being in the joy. It's a wand which represents work and career and business and finance, and it's about really allowing the flow of newness to come towards you. Do you want the same as you had before, or do you want it differently? Now, these cards with their 4 is suggesting that you do want it differently. So let's look at how you can make it different for yourself so that you can truly enjoy, be in the joy of what you do when you are able to go back to work, those of you who are not working at the moment. Now, some of you are working like mad, right? Not everybody is on lockdown. Many of you are essential workers. And again, for you, looking at, you know, I don't enjoy this job. I want to find something different when we're out of this tower. And we will get out of this tower. And as we're moving into May, the first card out was that tower coming out saying like, right, it's behind you. The worst of it is behind us at the end of April as I'm recording this. As we go into May, it's getting easier. So this is an opportunity in terms of work to reevaluate what you want to go forward with. Because the 7 of Wands, again, another card, predominantly this is about work because we're looking here at money. This 7 of Wands is a card of being very protective and very defensive and holding your ground and having to stand up for yourself, and having to push back. You know, they're showing me pushing back. You know, they're asking too much of me, double shifts, triple shifts. They're leaning on me too much. It's not fair. I can't do it. You're reevaluating everything because where you want to get to, Gemini, is this sun. The sun coming out. This is the most positive, optimistic card in the deck. You want a world where you are financially connected to what you do, where you are in the joy, where you are happy, where you are grateful. All right. Now, many of you, my angel's just saying, many of you got so stuck in a rut with your jobs, you were hating it, but a month or so at home and no job, and you are desperate to go back and saying, I'm never going to take that job for granted again. I'm so grateful to have one. We've got a shift here in the way that we think. All right. So in terms of money, it is more optimistic, it's more positive, it's more powerful as we go towards the end of May. Now, those of you totally reliant on investments, and many of you are, that are, you know, your pensions and, you know, you're living off bits of interest from investments, bits of payout and dividends from investments, and worrying about some of those investments collapsing. It's just holding the faith, holding the trust. The sun is coming out. This is a positive, optimistic reading for you relating to money, Gemini. So hang on in there and trust that that tower is passing through, and by the end of May things are looking much more optimistic, much brighter and more positive. All right, so we're going to look at general life now. So let's look at general. All right, and this is going to apply in any area. All right, so let's look at life for Gemini for May. Please tell me the general issues around life. Oh, no, okay, I thought that was going to come and it didn't want to. Okay, what a fabulous card to start the month with. The Fool. I'm going to pull a few and then we'll look at them together. We've got the 9 of Swords, which is anxiety and stress, with the Chariot. So you're moving out of that energy now. Bottom of the cup, I've got 2. Bottom of the cup. bottom of the deck I've got 2 of Cups. I want one more please, one more. And the Knight of Cups. That's interesting because Taurus just had that. So those of you on the Taurus cusp, all right, have a look at the Taurus reading as well. So your first card, the Fool, and this is your general kind of energy for the month. The Fool is all about a new beginning, and it's a leap of faith. You know, it's very easy to get caught up in negativity, especially when there's a lot of fear around. But we want to hold the faith that we are going into a new time, and you're approaching, you know, your birthday season here, which is your new year. As you'll have heard me say before, those of you who've been with me a while, your birthday is your New Year's Day, where things are closing off and new things are beginning. So this is a perfect card for you for May as you come towards your birthday. So we want to move this out, this 9 of Swords, which is the anxiety, the stress, the worries, the sleepless nights. Yes, April was pretty intense, was it not? But this is now moving away, all right? We're starting to see it in the rear view mirror rather than all around us. So we're moving out of that and towards this full and new beginning. You're definitely moving away from that stress because we've got the Chariot here now. It's all about moving forward. So May, we're starting to see the reins coming off, the brakes coming off. And as we're moving through May, middle of May onwards, we're starting to feel it releasing a little bit. We're starting to go forward now. And what you're going forward with is really about the way you feel. Ultimately, everything is about the way we feel. The Knight of Cups is a card about emotions and taking action. All right, it's cups, it's water, it's flow, it's emotions, but it's taking action on where is your happiness, where is your fulfillment, where is your emotional equilibrium, whatever is needed for you. And it's coming with the 2 of Cups, which is the love card. And we'll look at love in a moment, but this is general now, okay? But we're taking action here, Gemini, particularly towards the end of the month, where you're looking at your connections with friends, family, love, lovers, with yourself, loving yourself, self-care. There is action here relating to love and feelings and emotions. So we know that there was a lot of stress, a lot of fear. We're moving out of that now, and it's really allowing you to feel into what do you want for yourself as you move through May and into June. Where is the happiness? What is it that you are trying to achieve? And it's really all about love. This whole situation has brought so many things into perspective, right? So many things that we were dissatisfied with, starting to say, Joe, I see the blessing in that now. I see the joy in it. So many of us, we all do. We've been taking life for granted for such a long time. And now how precious is it to have a hug because we're not allowed to touch? How precious is it to connect with friends? All of those little things they used to be, and now they're big things. We've changed the emphasis on what's important, and it's love. It's love and the heart. That's what's important. All right, now we're going to look specifically at love now. I'm using the wisdom of the oracle. We're looking at love, and this is for couples, and then we'll look at singles. I don't normally do love readings, but this is what I've been asked to do at the moment. So those of you in couples, those of you in a relationship, this is the thinker. This situation, which, yeah, unprecedented, as I keep saying, all right? People normally spend 2 to 3 hours a day with their partner, and many of us are in situations where we're spending, 24/7 with partners, and that's straining and stressing relationships. It's bringing out the best and worst in us. Some couples are pulling together as a team really well, and other couples are toxic and lashing out at each other. And it's about put it in perspective. And this thinker card is asking you to think, because so many people are in really challenging toxic relationships that they can't see a way out of. And at the moment that can look very difficult, but as we're going through May, Those of you who are in difficult, challenging relationships, this is your opportunity to really think, when we're out of this, do I want to spend the rest of my life with this person? Is this just an up and a down, as all relationships have? Are we just in a down and we're going to come back up, or are we going to break? And it's looking at it and thinking it through. This is a strategy card, really being honest with yourself and thinking, is this right for me? On the other end of the spectrum are those of you that have just pulled together like an incredible support team and are there for each other and are working things through together, and you realise that your relationship's stronger than you thought it was. But this is a time of reflection and thinking about your relationships. Tell me more about that one. I want the top one. So, soulmate. Some of you are with your soulmate and you really are knowing it and feeling it now. You really are. So it's thinking things through about what do we want for our future. Maybe now as a couple, our goals, our dreams are changing. You know, maybe something that we wanted, we talked about in the future, that we think, do you know what, life's too short. Let's get on with it now, you know, when we can. So this is really a re-evaluation time about what you both want. Your goals and dreams may change, or the time scale may change, or what you thought you wanted may change, but you're working it out together. Many of you are in a beautiful, beautiful soulmate relationship. Tell me about those that are not, those that are in difficult, challenging relationships. Round and around. Okay, so those of you who are struggling big time with your relationship, going round and round in circles, perhaps continually arguing, bickering, fighting, you know, how bad is it? And how much are you prepared to put up with before you say enough? Because that round and around, life doesn't work when we keep going round and repeating and repeating and repeating the same cycles. Sooner or later, one of you has to say enough, stop. We're breaking this deadlock. We're moving on and letting go. Tell me more. Bottom of the deck, yang. Yang is the masculine energy of doing. All right. Yin is the female energy of being. So those of you in difficult relationships, that asking you to take action. To make changes. And that doesn't necessarily mean leaving. It may be changing boundaries, changing behaviours, but you're taking action. All right. And for some of you, it does mean leaving and saying, no, this is done. We were in trouble before this. And this is actually the situation that we're in has shown us how bad this relationship is. It's time to let go. So those of you in that, you're taking action. Anything else I want to say there? No. Okay. So I'm going to put those back in because we might want them again. And we're now going to look at singles. So those of you single, particularly those living alone. Many of you singles will be living with children. But it's those of you who have been on your own through this. And let's talk about love for singles, please. Single Geminis for love. Single Geminis for love, please. Okay, unfinished symphony, all right, and bottom of the deck, regeneration. I want one more. We'll talk about these now. Orphaned and truth be told. I want one more. Oh, we're back with the soulmate. Okay, and there's one underneath it, the thinker again. That's interesting because I shuffled them and they've come out the same. All right, so the first card, unfinished symphony. For some of you single people, you're single because you haven't let go of your past partner. You haven't let go of somebody from the past. Something is unfinished here. There's unfinished business. And you can't open a new door until you close the one behind you because it causes hell of a draft and it messes things up. So for some of you, I want you to look at if there's any unfinished business that you need to be revisiting. This is a time, because of this situation, we do think back, and sometimes we've let go of people perhaps we shouldn't have let go of, and we want to try and reconnect to put things right or start again. And other times we need to just close it down, and you will know. We've got that thinker card again, haven't we? You will know. Think it through, right? Was this person that's unfinished a soulmate? Think it through. Was this person a soulmate? They could well have been a soulmate to show you something, to help you to see who you are and what you're worth, sometimes by showing you very bad worth. All right, soulmates aren't always somebody we fall in love with and spend the rest of our life with. Very often soulmates come into your life, an incredible connection, very, very powerful, and then it just sort of dissipates and dissolves and disappears, and they go, and we think, wow, what on earth was that about? That connection was so strong. How is it over? They weren't meant to stay. They were meant to show you something, to help you with something, and then the job is done and they move on. For others of you, it's somebody that was meant to be there for life and you weren't able at the time to connect in with it properly. So maybe now is the opportunity to try and go back and revisit it. Only you will know, and you'll know by being very, very truthful with yourself. This card, truth be told, opening the windows there, shine the light on it, that wisdom of the owl there. All right, we've got wisdom and thinking and truth. This is an opportunity to really be truthful with yourself, because many of you are feeling this orphaned energy, which is abandoned, left out in the cold, lonely, alone, lost, because of something from the past. So for those of you single, it's asking you to look at all of this and allow this regeneration to come in. The regeneration card here is very, very similar to the rebirth card in the tarot, which is the judgment card, which is all about rising up from the ashes and being reborn and starting again. And it's allowing, if you look at this card, all right, what you've got there is a volcano and the lava, and there's a tree at the top that looks like it's been burnt to a crisp and completely destroyed. But actually what's happening is there is new growth, new leaves coming on. It's regenerating. So when we put all of these together, this is about asking you, those that are single, to look back at the past, to really think it through in a very honest way with the wisdom, the wise old owl, looking at it and saying, I'm ready. I am ready to either try to reconnect or to heal it and let it go, because I'm ready to regenerate, to rebirth, to start again, to start anew, because I've realised life is short and I've realised how important love is, and I'm ready to reconnect again. All right, that's what we have for you with the love side. I'm going to finish off with an angel card, and these are the angels of Atlantis. If you're interested in the cards, they are all listed below in the description. Okay, my darlings. All right, let's see what we have. Who is with Gemini for May, please? We have two. We've got Hamael with willpower, and we have Metatron with miracles. Now, I love this because these cards just go together so well. Because if we think about what I was just saying there, for those of, actually for all of it, not just, I was going to say it relates particularly to the love reading for the singles, but actually it relates to it all. For us to move through and get to where we want to be, we need willpower. We need to be clear, determined, and we need that willpower to override, you know, the negative thoughts. If this is about money, willpower. That when those thoughts come in saying, you know, I'm in a terrible position, you're using willpower to say, I can move this forward. And miracles, all right? Trusting in miracles. Metatron is with you, wanting to bring in miracles. So for those of you who think that everything is lost, there's miracles here, whether it's love, money, life, whatever is going on, that stay strong. You are strong. Stay strong and trust in the miracles of the universe and the angels that are working with you to bring those miracles through. All right, my beautiful Geminis, I hope that helps. Thank you so much for being with me, for staying with me through this reading. I do hope it helps you. The aim of these readings is always to uplift and inspire and help support. So I will wish you a beautiful May, a very happy birthday, and I look forward to seeing you in June. You take care, Gemini. My heart to yours. Lots of love. Bye-bye.